Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video we are going to be working on another fundamental forging exercise, the hot color. So hot color work is commonly done in architectural ironwork, or it used to be done in traditional ironwork, and the color that we'll be working on today is a very plain or basic just wrapped collar. There's a bunch of different ways of doing collars and decorative collars that we'll look at in other videos. So I'm starting with a piece of 3/8 inch square bar, and I am forging down the amount of material that I'm going to need for the actual collar itself. The thickness on this does not matter. It can be whatever thickness that you want the collar to be. The main prerequisite on this collar is that it is of an even thickness throughout. The one dimension that I am trying to keep in check, however, is that it is 3/8 of an inch in cross section by roughly 1/8 of an inch or so in thickness. So I am trying to keep it to the same size as the parent bar stock. Again, this is just a personal preference for the video. This is not necessarily what you have to do. I find it's nice when you're practicing these forging fundamentals and techniques that you practice by drawing out the material you need from the same bar stock that you're going to be using. Now that's not always the case. Obviously when you're doing architectural work, you'd start with the bar stock that's already the appropriate size that you need in the first place. But when you're practicing, this gives you a lot more time to think about hammer control, and it gives you that extra little bit of practice of hand-eye coordination of forging something to actual thickness, like they would have done, 1,000 years ago. At every step in this process, I'm going to try to keep things as smooth and as clean as possible, and I suggest you to do as well. Now I've already pre-prepped 2 pieces that are just cut off of a piece of bar stock that I'm actually going to use this hot collar around. So I'm showing you the making of the collar and then how we will actually set it on there. This simple collar doesn't require any specialty tooling. Now there are some special tools for hot collar work that you may consider making, and we'll go into those at a later date. I will make some videos on those. As you can see there, I've forged it out to about 4 inches. One of the critical things about collar work is the actual length of the collar needs to be determined. And basically the way that I determine the length that a collar needs to be for a wrapped collar is you just add up the sum of all the sides. So if it's a 3/8 inch bar stock, you put 3/8 by 3/8 plus 3/8 plus 3/8. So basically you square 3/8. And then that should give you about the appropriate collar length. And I hope I'm saying that correctly. Somebody can correct me on that. But basically you add up the amount of inches per side that you have. And that's how you determine the length of the starting out bar stock. Now, it's always good with a wrapped collar to add a little extra. Now, you can always trim a little off on a collar, but it's very hard to put more back into a collar or stretch a collar out longer if you don't have enough material. So, it is always better to overshoot your measurement a little bit than it is to undershoot that measurement on the collar and it doesn't quite make it all the way around. Again, you can always trim it up a little bit as you go around and make a quick adjustment if you need to with a hacksaw or something like that if you notice that, hey, this thing's going to be a little long. But in a wrapped collar, it's just going to wrap around itself anyhow, so if it's a little longer than needed, no big deal. If it's a little shorter, then it's a problem. But if it's a little longer than needed, it's not a big deal. It's going to wrap over on itself anyhow. So there we go. We're establishing a small taper to the ends, and the thickness will be in the center. And now we're going to start by bending the collar basically just around in a U-like shape. Nothing to it. Just hammer it around. Now you're going to see me take a bar. I closed it up a little too tight there. I need to open it back up a bit. And you'll see in one of the next clips when I bring this collar out that I will use a bar that is roughly 3/8 of an inch thick by exactly what 2 3/8 of an inch thick sitting next beside each other would be. I believe that's 1.25 inches if I'm not mistaken. So it's 1.25 inches by 3/8 inch thick bar. I'm going to use that as a mandrel to drive in the squareness into this collar. Again, nothing special, really no fancy tools here. I'll pull it out, you'll see it. Just going to set the bar in there. I'm going to give it a whack out on the end. Try to give it somewhat an even look to it. And whack. There you go. Another option for doing this is to actually clamp this up in a vise to start the collar, you know, into that square. You can actually clamp that bar in a vise and then drive each leg over that. As you can see, with a wrapped collar, it's not going to matter that much by the time I put it over the pieces. When a collar is done right, you'll have the collar set, and so you'll heat it up when it's at this stage. You will get your pieces ready, or wherever it's at in the gate. You will get it through and drive the collar home, and everything should fit already really snug and be really tightly fitted. This particular collar was not done that way, again because I wasn't using a special tool or any sort of special mandrel to preset up this joint. So keep that in mind. So there's a little bit of finickiness here, but I'm doing it from the perspective of what you'll probably be doing it at home. So you drive over one leg, make that your bottom leg, and then you drive over your other leg. And then I'm going to continue to drive this down and square it up as I drive it. And the genius of a hot collar, putting on a hot collar, is everyone knows that metal expands as it's heated, and then it contracts as it cools. So if you can get a collar that's really close to fit already, heat it up to where it's expanded, and then drive it home on your piece, it will really grab the piece with no additional welding or anything needed from there on out. Give it a couple quick blows to close up any other gaps. Again, finicky, messing with two little pieces. And there you go. Drived it up nice and tight, and then that will tighten up as it cools. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, drop them in the comment section. God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next one.